And so as you can see now, the mission has been changed.
Assault teams, launch capsules.
I've lost attitude control. I'll try for a belly landing.
It's a good job Jutah survived that.
Jutah! Jutah! Come in, Jutah!
I am reporting no damage to E-Unit. Now commencing the operation.
Don't. Here we go.
We're in trouble, Henri! Everybody's getting shot down!
But how did they see through our dummy codes?
Don't waste time worrying about that. Give me instructions. That is what you're here for.
Yes, I know!
Assault teams, destroy all anti-aircraft weaponry. Acknowledged. Here we go. And thus our first mission is this. Destroy all anti-aircraft batteries. Simple as that. It's time to get bombing.
There's an E-chip, an E-unit power-up, hidden in that box located in front of you. Destroy the box and get the E-chip.
E-chips will become very important later, as they will not just increase the amount of bombs you can put down, but also help you with power, the distance of your lock-on, and a lot more. So let's get bombing! This is probably one of the best opening stages of a game I've ever played.
Destroy them.
Because it helps you understand what your objective is, Henri's giving you some advice as you go through it, and all you're doing is blowing things up! That's literally the aim of the game. Blow things up and have fun with it. Like, these enemies don't stand a chance. I need to get my skills back in order.
There are
But we
targets
should be okay.
nearby. The target ought to be designated with a marker.
Oh, gotta be careful of some of the explosions though. They are pretty heavy.
Damn it, talk about bad.
And now we have paralysis liquid.
Machino,
Paralysis
quit
liquid is probably my favourite because it does this. It basically sends out an electrical charge that has the chance of, you guessed it, paralyzing enemies. Gravity is the other one. And what gravity does is it does pull enemies in, it does continuous damage. Oh, there's gravity liquid actually. I'll show that off when I get the best chance to. Now, a lot of people like to speedrun this, as my mate Johnny would probably do. But what I like to do is I tend to explore the area as much as I can, see if I can't get every single E-chip there is, so I can level myself up as fast as I possibly can. Because the faster you can get new E-chips, the more bombs you'll be able to put down, and the more bombs you're able to put down, the more damage you're able to do. So, of course you want to get all the E-chips that there are as soon as you can. See, look at that already. I've already picked up quite a few E-chips, and I'm already on 3 bombs. And plus, you've also got wall jumps, which you have to time right, but can help you get to those awkward spots. So as you can tell, this game isn't just your simple speed-running, awesome game that you get on your PlayStation. Oh no, it does have depth. There is depth to platforming. I personally think the combat and the actual action in the game is perfectly unique. There is no game out there, apart from Silent Bomber, that has really done anything like this, game-wise. I mean, running around, being able to plant bombs wherever you go, and your simple mission every single time is blowing the crap out of things. What's not to like about that? Okay, time to show off gravity. That's what gravity does. Yeah. It's pretty OP. And that's why gravity is probably the most powerful sub-weapon you're going to get in the game. You can probably... I'm going to try and actually use my sub-weapons more than I normally do. Because normally when I play this, I don't tend to use my sub-weapons as much as I probably should. Which is bad. Now before we go in there, I am going to quickly checky. This isn't... Nope, I don't think I can actually get up there, so that's fine. So let's just keep going. Hopefully not get burnt in the mixture of things. These turrets are annoying. But yeah, this is the game that got me into games design. Why was that? Because I still think to this day this game is one of the best designed games. Even if it's just one of the best designed games for the PlayStation 1, I don't care. It's a really well designed game that's just full of fun, full of action, fast paced. Well, it's actually paced dependent on what you like to do. You can speedrun through the entire thing and do just as well as someone who, like me, would just want to take their time, make sure they get all the E-chips, destroy as many enemies as they possibly can, and all that jazz. You know, you can literally play it at your own pace. And isn't that the best kind of game? The game where you're not pressured into time limits or any of that stuff. You just get to play it. Hell yeah. Now that big door over there is where we need to go next, but we can't go there until we've destroyed all the turrets in this area. And the last two are over here. And so your first mission is pretty darn basic with all of this, and I think I've actually got every single E-chip in this level.
Looks like all the anti-aircraft weaponry in this area is out of commission. The area designated with a marker is the next place you should go. Follow the marker and proceed ahead.
Thank you, Henri. And it's good to say that this is probably my favourite stage music in the entire game. And our first real boss fight is a spider tank. I forget what they actually call it, but I'm going to call it a spider tank.
Those are multi-legged anti-aircraft weapons.
Well, there you go. That's what they're called. Multi-legged anti-aircraft weapons.
Get clear.
And so, our task now is to destroy this beast. Which is actually quite simple. Just plant down some napalm, make sure it's in the napalm. Well, this is what I tend to do anyway. I tend to make sure it's over some napalm, detonate the napalm so that every part of it gets damaged to some extent. And then just watch it burn. It's also a great use of your sub-weapons as well, which you've got a hold of. Once you get to a certain part, though, he will change how he acts and do that. Bring up a shield and start charging you. So his weak spots are on his body, his head, and his legs. The best things to go for is legs, simply because they interrupt some or most of his attacks. Then the next best is probably going for his chest, and it doesn't matter what order you actually go when you're targeting him. It's literally a matter of just kill him. Just go nuts and defeat him how you want to defeat him. You can use your lock-on, you can just leave him on the floor if you want to. I just like bringing up my lock-on, throwing him in his general direction, and pressing that triangle button. He won't take any damage when his shield's up though, so keep that in mind. And there you go! First boss down. And that's the first level as well.
Target has been destroyed.
I haven't been able to raise Benoit. Are you picking him up?
No.
I see.
No!
At any rate,
Simple
let's
as
look
that.
for a way in.
So Benoit, if you're interested to know who Benoit is... Well, actually, before I tell you who Benoit is, Henri, if you haven't told you already, was the woman in the yellow suit who was basically the commander of the mission. Benoit was the person with the chess piece saying who would be the one to checkmate fate. And what score do we get? Yeah, I'm terrible. This is why taking your time is bad, because you get bad ranks. So do not expect this to be a perfect run. I'm just going to have fun with this, because that's what I always do. And so this is basically where you can see where your next mission takes you. We're going to go through the entirety of this battleship, taking it down little by little. And this battleship is called the Dante. What's not to love about that? So before I save the game and call it a day here, let me show you the E-chips. Now this will show you all the E-chips that I have unlocked in the level. So as you can see, I basically unlocked 6. But it takes 3 chips to level up my bombs, so I can have 3 bombs. Next time it will take up 4. So that'll give you an understanding of how many it takes to upgrade each one. So I can now upgrade my range or my shields. Shields will be very important later. I've had no problem not leveling up my range whatsoever, but some people do. Range does help. Don't get me wrong, it really does. Okay, let's save this here. This is just bringing back really good memories. Silent Bomber is just one of those games where you wouldn't play it, or you wouldn't know about it unless you played the demo. And the demo was kick-ass, because that first level was basically the demo. You got the first level in the tutorial in the demo, and it was great. But next time, on VGU Plays Silent Bomber, we continue our journey through the Dante. Will we be able to meet up with our fellow crewmates? Tune in next time and find out. So I'll be seeing you on the other side.
Bye.